It's always a surprise when Frictional Games shows off something new. Greetings, horror fans. This is Midnight Researcher here with a surprise video for everyone still just as much a fan of Amnesia and Frictional Games as I am. Frictional Games have announced on YouTube and Twitter through a short reveal video their latest first-person survival horror game, Amnesia: The Bunker. Assumedly, the latest entry in the Amnesia series taking place in the same universe as Dark Descent, Justine, A Machine for Pigs, and Rebirth. We can already make out several things from this trailer. A man is seen walking through the titular bunker with a very noisy flashlight and a pocket watch. Seemingly, timing for something will be important, at least to some parts of the game. The man is obviously not alone, as noises are heard off in the distance and blood is seen near a doorway. The most surprising bit to the trailer is when the man pulls out a loaded firearm, albeit only with one bullet, aims down at an approaching presence, and fires. That's all for the trailer itself, but there's much more already released. The Steam page for the game is already up, and with it comes much more info. Amnesia: The Bunker is a first-person horror game from the makers of Soma and Amnesia. Left all alone in a desolate World War I bunker with only one bullet remaining in the barrel, it's up to you to face the oppressing terrors in the dark. Keep the lights on at all costs, persevere, and make your way out alive. A truly intense horror experience. Rising tension. Immerse yourself in the multiple ways of tackling survival. In the shoes of the French soldier Henri Clément, you are armed with a revolver gun, a noisy dynamo flashlight, and other scarce supplies to scavenge and craft along the way. With randomization and unpredictable behavior, no playthrough is the same. Hunted by an ever-present threat, reacting to your every move and sound, you must adapt your playstyle to face hell. Every decision will change the outcome of how the game responds. Actions bear consequences. Escaping the nightmare. Solve things your own way in a semi-open world. You must explore and experiment to make your way out. Figure out what's going on down here. What has happened to the other soldiers? Where have all the officers gone? What diabolical nightmare lurks underneath this hellscape? Unravel the mysteries of the bunker and get to know the nooks and crannies of this cruel sandbox to up your odds of survival. Features: dynamic and ever-present monster that reacts to player actions. Constant tension. Time is not on your side. Tactile and physics-based interactions with the world. Scavenge for resources and craft tools to aid your survival. Multiple solutions to problem solving in a non-linear open world. With all this information in hand, it's time to delve into my own thoughts and theories about this newest entry in Frictional Games' library of horrors. It genuinely came as a surprise to me to see another entry in the Amnesia series from Frictional Games, given the reception of Amnesia Rebirth not being ideal, to say the least. I'm immediately reminded of Unbirth, a game developed by Thomas Grip, lead programmer of Frictional Games, which also features a firearm. Although, from what we've seen, ammo might not be as plentiful in The Bunker as it was in Unbirth. It's interesting that this would be the time to introduce a means of defense against any enemies when Amnesia: The Dark Descent's success was in part due to the defenseless nature of the protagonist. Who knows, This could be an appeal to the thousands of people who constantly criticized Amnesia: The Dark Descent and other horror games at the time for having defenseless protagonists in the first place. But it's yet to be seen the extent of the defense in Amnesia: The Bunker. That being said, the whole new approach to exploration and progression of a somewhat open-world experience, as opposed to the historical method of linear levels, puzzle solving, and storytelling, is definitely unique. I'm particularly intrigued at the claim that no two playthroughs of this game will be alike. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about the addition of multiple solutions to puzzles and scavenging for resources similar to a true open-world RPG. Let's hope that Frictional Games choosing to experiment away from what's been one of their game's core strengths doesn't cost them in terms of what they're trying to do now. Overall, I'm going to have to set my sights a bit lower than I had for Rebirth, given we know how all the hype for that last title ultimately disappointed us. I remain cautiously optimistic for Amnesia: The Bunker. Frictional Games is still a very talented game development team, and I, along with the rest of the community, are at least intrigued with this latest creation of theirs, and I will definitely play it as soon as it comes out. What are your thoughts on Amnesia: The Bunker? Leave a comment below if you feel like sharing. That'll be the end of this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out the rest of my channel, where I upload various horror content. I also have a Twitch where I live stream somewhat regularly, and a Twitter where I post updates to all platforms. Thanks to all you horror fans for watching. I'm the Midnight Researcher, and I will see you within the bunker.